Welcome, everybody, to the JJ and Pug Show. We are recording from the Highland Communities Podcast Studios. It is April 22nd, 2025, and this is the 100th episode of the JJ and Pug Show.
Oh, here we go.
I had to double check that before I got going. 100th episode is right now.
100.
Can you believe it, man? I even had a guy just text me not too long ago. He said, hey, I just started episode 1. Sounds good. Like last week.
Oh, nice.
So he's got a long ways to
go.
You got a long way
to go, bro.
You're going to take a while to get current. And that's fine. You know what? Go through all of it. Listen to the whole catalog.
Send it to everybody you know.
Yeah, share it. You know, share it to everybody. Oh, and speaking of which, I'm not sure if you guys will notice, I am wearing a new shirt. It's got the Highland Communities logo right here with a phone number. Let me show you what that shirt also looks like. Okay, here we go. First off, it's really dope. Okay, I'm not sure what can be seen because I don't have my little preview on. Okay, looks good, right? Check out the bottom. It's got the mountains at the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. It's got the American flag on the sleeve, but check out the back.
Yes, here we go.
And got the cactus up along the side.
Snap.
Dude, and let me tell you what, dude. These shirts are so comfy. Give this a feel, man. Give this a feel. These just came in not too long ago. I'm trying so hard not to hit that drink.
Oh, yeah. And they're stretchy, too.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, they don't sweat. They keep you dry. We got it in navy blue and we got it in gray. I personally like the gray the most. Cool. I think it looks like the cactus on the back specifically looks real good.
Pops out real
looks
good.
Real good on this. So these ones are going to be a little more expensive, y'all. You want nicer stuff, it costs a little bit more. But either way, they are freaking awesome. Reach out to us, buy a shirt, represent. It's a great workout shirt. It's a great work shirt. And it's a great shirt to just wear.
Yeah.
It feels great. I'm wearing it right now, guys. I'm wearing it right now. Co-branded, baby. So, first off, apologize. We have not gotten onto this for a little bit now. We took 2 weeks off.
Dude, life just hits you, bro.
Life just happens. What was the first week? You had a work thing.
Yeah, I had a work thing, but then we tried to do it Thursday, and then you were like, Chalet was out of town for volleyball.
She had a volleyball tournament in Dallas.
Playing dad of 4.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. There's no way. And not only that, but that same weekend was a father and son's camp out that, I take my boy on with our ward, for church. And so my mother-in-law took the 2 youngest, or the 3 youngest, I should say. And I took my son, we went camping, just a quick overnighter. But yeah, so that week was shot. That wasn't happening. And then last week, happy birthday.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday.
Not
39.
40. Not 40.
39.
Officially. And this isn't one of those girl things where I'm like, how old are you? She's actually 55. Oh, I'm 39 years old. No, legitimately
39 years
39 years old. One more year, dude.
One more year of just hanging out in my 30s.
Yeah, dude. And then it's over.
It's funny is I don't like people get hung up on it really bad. I don't care.
Well, I think
it's because I'm in a better shape now than I was in my 20s.
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, because you are not ashamed to turn 40 and be like, I look better now than I did 10 years ago.
I absolutely do. So I'm like,
hey, 40, and I gotta say this, dude. I could not be happier with what you got me doing.
Oh, the food. I told you, man.
It's not just the food, it's the workouts. Like I've always liked working out.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed it. It's the thing that I do during my day as my time. This is leave dad alone. He's going to go into his gym and I get to do what I want for 2 hours. Yep. Right. And I work out and I like it. And that's like my release time. I put headphones in, podcast, whatever. But dude, now I'm doing these specific workouts you got. And I know you told me to do like pick one from each one. Yeah. Bro, I do all of them.
It's perfect. Whatever you want to do.
And it kicks my freaking butt. Like I sweat so much. I am absolutely cooked by the end of it. But dude, the other day, just yesterday, I was doing shoulder shrugs. Catch myself in the mirror and I'm like,
let's go.
Check you out, man. I was like, dude, if I keep up with this, 39 is going to be feeling great.
I'm telling you, buddy.
I'm only a couple months behind you, man. Like this can feel great.
It's all it takes, man. It's a little bit of self-confidence in the mirror. I'm telling you, man, there's something else when you feel like you look good naked. I'm telling you, bro, it's a whole different thing.
I think about that when you say that. You could not. I'm almost ashamed to tell you how often I think about that specific quote.
I'm just saying.
I remember you said it when we were at Apache Lake. We were at a Canyon Lake. We were at a Canyon Lake, and when you said that, I'm like, he's probably got a point about that.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a whole different ball game, dude.
Dude, I tell you what, man, I gotta say it. So, just let everybody know, like accountability. I've been sticking with it. I've been doing what Jason's telling me. There's been a couple of days where just things don't line up. You have a lunch with a client,
right? Life happens,
stuff like that. So I haven't been as clean as I would like to be, but I have been. I mean, as clean as I can. You've probably
been 95.5 in the grand scheme of it all, right?
Yes, I have been. Like, not only that, but my cheat meal is a steakhouse, and it's steak.
And if that's what you want, perfect.
Dude, it's what I crave. It's what I crave. And so the other day, my other 2 buddies that are doing their own things, I texted my little like, hey guys, for our cheat meal, what do you do? We need to figure out how to make the perfect Sonoran dog.
Oh.
So we are like going back and forth. I'm like, okay, you go to this carniceria, you find where are we going to get the rolls at? Where's a great bakery?
That is a big thing with those Sonoran dogs. The hot dogs are one thing.
Yes, it's the roll. Oh, it makes a big difference. So we're like, okay, we need to find a good bean recipe so we can make the right beans for this. Anyway, dude. So, but we're like taking it serious, man. We got that one Saturday a week that we do this. Anyway, but like I said, I've been doing it as close as I can. My weight has not shifted as much as somebody would think it would. But as I tell you, every single time I weigh in, I'm like, dude, I feel great. I feel great.
The thing is, as much as you felt really out of shape, you're not really that out of shape. Yes, you are, but you work out a lot, right? So now what's happening is when you start to get your diet dialed in, your body's going to change, but that's what the gym's for, right? You're molding things. You are putting on muscle. You may not see the giant muscles come out, but you're definitely shifting things. Man. So you can't.
I feel it.
Yeah,
so I feel like I'm seeing it, right?
Like the scale is not as important. I get stuck on it. I'm very guilty of it. Yeah. But it's really like, how do your clothes fit?
Oh, way better.
See what I'm saying?
Way
like
better.
That's the things, right? Like are you having to put a belt on, or when you start looking, you're like, dude, I'm in a 36 and these are kind of roomy. Like, I
got to pull up some pants a little bit. I got to keep
cinching them up. Wear a belt. You know,
and the belt I'm wearing now, I got to go a couple loops more or one loop more, whatever it might be. But yeah, you're right. Like I know, and my thing is I do like daily weigh-ins. I know nobody else does.
I know,
but I like it because I like to see the trend, and I also like to note like how I feel when I'm doing it. Like when I'm stepping on the scale, like how do I feel? And what the number says doesn't always reflect how I feel, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
like I'm cool with that as long, like I said, as long my clothes are fitting differently, I feel way better.
Yeah,
like it's going right, man. It's going right. I'll tell you what. The thing I hate though. I hate meal prep day because I'm cooking for 6 freaking hours, dude.
I tell you, man, the best way to go is you got to get a Sam's Club membership, bro. It cuts your time down so much.
I know, but so I do Butcher Box, and I'm not willing to cancel my membership because as long you sign up on a certain promo, as long as you remain that, I get free bacon for life, and free hamburger for life, like ground beef. And I'm like, I'm not getting rid of that. And the chicken, I think the food is better.
Yeah,
it's probably completely. What's one? Placebo. I don't know if it's actually really any better or not, but I feel like it is.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with it.
Matters.
Yeah, I like it, dude. And they freaking get me when every email I get with like, "Hey, new member sale." I'm like, I'll get some of that. I'll try some of that. That's
and meal prep sucks, but it makes the rest of the week
so much easier.
You just grab and go.
Exactly. Like I don't have to think about it. Nope. I'm not thinking about what I'm eating that day because I know what's in the fridge.
Well, and that's what makes it so nice, right? You sacrifice that little bit, but you're not like, oh, I got to make my food. But, maybe I'll have these chips because they're convenient. Nope. You grab your container and you're walking out like, here you go. I know what I'm eating.
Every single time I see my kids pick up a bag of chips.
Bro, chips are my weakness. I totally did it. Chips are my favorite, dude. Like chips in a sandwich, like a nice sandwich. Oh,
dude, every single time I'm slicing up sourdough because my neighbor's still bringing it over. And I'm just like, dude, what's just one piece? Just butter this up, toast it. Just this one.
Do it.
I don't do it. Meal. Dude, I told Shirley the other day, I'm like, you know what I think I want to do for my cheat meal on Saturday? I think I just want to have this entire roll of sourdough and just fried egg on fried egg on fried egg.
Dude, you'd be in heaven, dude.
I'd be so happy. But that means I can't have my steak. So I really want that steak. And eventually it's going to be, and the other thing is before we did this, we would do biscuits and gravy at my house after church, probably like once or twice a month. And word got around that, hey, Pugmeyer's and the Lyman's and the Wallens, they do biscuits and gravy with the Pugmeyer's at the church. What do we got to do to get an invite? And so, because at the Father and Sons, that's what we made for everybody that came. We made biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and we did cobblers for dessert.
Oh, yeah.
And one guy in particular is like, hey, dude, I'll provide the stuff. You guys cook it. I just want to be there. So now I'm like, okay, well, that's going to have to be a cheat meal on Sunday. I'm trying to figure out, put it on my calendar. When am I going to do this? It's becoming like a scheduling item for me, dude.
Cheat meal, bro.
It does. Oh, man. So you would think that after 2 weeks, we'd have a whole lot to talk about. But honestly, the world is going to hell. So you know what? We're not going to talk about anything serious.
We have a front row seat to it.
Oh, dude, we are watching it. We are watching it. If anybody had anything invested, it's gone.
I know. I don't even look. I just think of the over the years, they tell you, the market's always going to go up and down.
Yeah.
And it's better if you're going to be in for the long haul. Just don't look. And that's what I'm not doing. I'm not looking.
So I have two different forms of investment, right? I have an old 401k that I convert to a Roth IRA. That one I don't touch. I don't look at it. I don't touch it. That's managed by the company, whatever. I don't do anything with it. And the other one is where I do the autopilot. I told you about where completely tracks everything that Nancy Pelosi, you suck. You got super freaking rich when I wasn't following you. And now you're freaking taking me down with you. Freaking gosh, man.
Just stop looking.
That one I have to look at. And the only reason why I have to look at it is because you have to create a Robinhood account. And Robinhood notifies you every single time anything goes up or down over 5%. And so I get those constant notifications, and then Autopilot, the app, also will notify you based on how. So I'm like, and I'm not going to do anything with it. I haven't budged. Leaving it all as is, letting Nancy Pelosi guide me either to heaven or hell. We'll find out. And never have I ever rooted for a politician to get rich more than I am right now. I have a vested interest in her crooked ways. So bad. I know, right? It's terrible.
I don't accept that. No, we don't. She's rich enough. She started out, I think her net worth was like $100,000, and now she's worth like $71 million.
I thought it was worth 100. Maybe I don't know what it is. It's an insane number.
Yeah, it's an
absolutely absurd number. But the thing is she's not even the only one in there. If you go through that app and pull up the different people on there, it's incredible the amount of money some of these guys. And it's going to be bad now because everybody's doing bad now. I remember at one point Dan Crenshaw, the one guy with no eye, yeah, he was beating her. He had a higher return than she did.
And then there was he caught some crap for it too.
Yeah, and he defended himself to the death. It's like, dude, you can't defend this. Tell me just say, hey, listen, it's legal. If it becomes illegal, I'll stop.
Yeah.
That's your only defense. And you try to make it sound like you're in the right? No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. That doesn't fly.
You're better off just saving face and saying, hey, I'm doing it because it's illegal.
Yeah.
Stop me when it's illegal, I'll stop.
Yeah. And if a bill's put before me, I'll vote for it.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Because the game is terrible.
Yep.
The game is terrible. Oh, anyway. Like I said, we weren't going to talk about anything serious, but it is hard not to go down that road. Hey, guess what happens in 2 days?
2 days? What is
NFL draft?
Oh,
round 1. Do you have any idea who you guys are taking? I've seen a million different projections.
What I actually saw was interesting was there's chatter that the Cowboys are going to trade away Dak Prescott to the Steelers with the 12th round pick for TJ Watt.
Oh, that's a terrible trade.
I don't know, bro. We picked up that kid. We got that kid, that dude from the Patriots now as a backup quarterback. I can't remember his name. He throws the ball like a mile.
Oh, the guy that played one game for the Patriots, who was their 7th round pick. Is that what we're talking about?
Like he throws the ball like he's in the combine stuff. Like he was a guy that was throwing dimes like 80 yards down the field. He went
to Tennessee. He played. If we're thinking about the same guy, he wore number 19 for the Patriots, and I can't remember what his name was. He played one game. Looked really good in that one game, but it's like the classic week 18 game that nobody's even trying in, right? And looked good. And I think it was a 7th round pick for the Patriots, something like that. So if they were able to get something for him, good for them. Well, dude.
I know that the Cowboys have picked up a quarterback from them, and this kid. But so it was somebody just saying that it's a good. Get rid of Dak. You've got this kid, and then you've got arguably the toughest front 7 in the NFL with Micah Parsons on one side and TJ Watt on the other. And you can put anybody in the middle there, dude, and it's going to be, they're just causing havoc. It doesn't matter.
You're right. I wouldn't make that trade. I wouldn't make the trade because you're rocking with he's not a rookie quarterback, but he's basically a rookie quarterback. What are you going to do on offense?
Well, you don't have no faith in Dak, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
I still think Dak, he's going to get you to the playoffs. Joe Milton. That's what it is.
That's it. Yep.
Holy crap, dude. They got a 5th and a 7th round draft pick for a guy that they picked in the 6th round last year. Mm-hmm. Way to go, New England. And maybe Joe Milton turns into a guy.
Yeah, you never know. I don't care. Other than that, I don't know. We just lost Tyron Smith, retired. So we got a left tackle's out.
No.
Or right tackle.
Zach Martin.
Well, he retired too. There's another. They both did.
Oh, I think Tyron Smith would.
He was traded, but I think he came back and retired as a Cowboy.
Oh,
that whole thing. So he retired.
Okay.
But he's gone. So our line is totally just crap now. So it's we need to. Jerry Jones years ago, he invested in the line and it paid off.
It did. It was the best offensive line for years.
Yeah, probably that time again because you've got, and they do need another receiver. You need somebody that's really dangerous to pick up, to give CeeDee Lamb open. So
the 2 people that I've seen mocked most commonly to the Cowboys is, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This always sucks when you blank on somebody's name right in the middle of when you're talking about the running back from Boise State.
Oh yeah.
Ashton Genty.
Yeah, Genty.
Ashton Genty. And the other one was Teddarella McMillan, the receiver from Arizona, who was unreal for 2 years. I have heard, so I listen to a lot to Todd McShay. He's got a new podcast. I've listened to him a lot. He is not a huge fan of McMillan. He doesn't think that he is going to be the difference maker that a lot of other scouts out there say he is. But one thing that can't be denied, he's big. He's like 6'4", 6'5", 220, 215. He's a big guy. He's not slow. He's not like a guy running out there like a 4.7. He probably runs more like a 4.5. So he's quick enough for a guy that size.
Big dude.
It's a big dude. He has really, really, really good skills when the ball's in the air. He's one of those guys that can make acrobatic catches. Guys on him, he can get the one-handed catch with another guy hanging down his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like he's really good at the contested catch. The questions, I guess, that McShay has is physicality and what was the other one? I think it might have been route running. But if you got a guy on the edge, I mean, you're not looking for this guy to be, doing precise routes. You're looking for him to beat the guy in front of him type stuff,
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but you got CD Lamb underneath running all those routes, taking all the interior coverage, getting the safety coming off of his spot, come down to cover CD Lamb. And if you got McMillan going up the edge. So those are the guys that I've seen most. One, because you have no running backs. And two, you have one receiver.
That's who we need to draft when anybody's a running back.
And that's why I've seen Genty as the number one guy going to the Cowboys a lot.
But he's the first round's number 12. You think Genty's going to fall that far?
Yeah, I don't think he's. I mean, you remember?
I say Scadaboo.
Scadaboo at 12, baby. Dude, I'd be happy for Cam. And I might. No. I might root for the Cowboys if Cam goes to the Cowboys.
You would root for Cam.
I would root for Cam. You're right.
You would buy a Cam jersey, maybe.
I would root for Cam to run for 200 yards and the Cowboys get beat by 40.
Here's what That's what I would be rooting for. No, you'd want Cam on your fantasy football team to kill it, not the team Dallas to win.
100%. That's exactly the way it would go.
Yep.
But legitimately, I don't think if Ashton Genty, I saw just today that he might go to the Raiders. And I think the Raiders are at 9, something like that. They're in the just early, like late top 10, something like that. I don't remember. But he's in that range of the 9 to 15 range because, running backs, they don't have that kind of value that they should get because their career lengths are so short. Unless you got a freak like Derrick Henry, who, has been in the league for 8 years, 9 years and still playing
still an MVP caliber.
Yeah, guy. Still a top tier guy. As far as the Cardinals go, dude, I've seen a million different projections from them. At 16, it's so hard to predict what they're going to get. I've seen McMillan. I've seen Golden, a receiver from Texas that cooked the Sun Devils in that Cotton Bowl or whatever bowl game it was we played. I don't know if it was a Cotton Bowl. The game in Dallas.
Yeah, I think it was the Cotton.
I think it was a Cotton Bowl. ASU played. He's the guy that returned the punt for a touchdown. I mean, he was just unreal. He ran a 4.29 at the 40.
Raiders have the 6th pick.
6th pick. Ooh, that'd be really early for Genty, I think. But who's got it at 9? Is that the Saints? Mm-hmm. Saints are at 9. That's so okay. It's
Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots, Jags, Raiders, Jets, Panthers, Saints, Bears, Niners, Cowboys, Dolphins, Colts, Falcons, Cardinals.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, what the heck is my camera doing? It is shooting straight up in the air. This is disconnected.
Oh, boo.
So who knows what this thing is going to be? You probably lost me when I was doing the shirts.
Maybe.
Probably shot straight up into the shirts and I had no idea what's doing. It's on. Oh, well. Let's see here. So
my beautiful face will be here, people.
You're going to be the one that's, the face of the show for the first while.
For the first time. For the first time in forever. No, it's a movie.
First time forever. I love Frozen, dude. I'm not going to lie. I went to that movie a few times with my kids. That's a part of being a dad.
Because you have daughters.
Yeah, I do.
There's nothing you can do.
All right, here we go. Come on.
You know how many times I've sang that song that they sing with my kids? The one with the guy and girl singing the song where they're
yeah.
Can I just say something crazy? I love all my life. That whole thing, dude.
Me and my wife,
Ava and I will sing it all the time together.
Me and my wife did a parody of that song at her younger sister's wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we reworked the lyrics to be specifically to Scotland and Spencer when they were getting married. Yeah, dude. It's a good movie. I love Disney. Screw you and your stupid Disneyland costs, but dang, you make some good stuff.
Dude, right. I keep seeing it. I don't know if it was true. Speaking of Disney, did they really do a 90s throwback night? And I can't tell if my algorithm is just so into Powerline, the whole Goofy movie thing, because I watch it all the time and they're just playing these jokes on me, or if Disney did a Powerline, they did like a 90s theme night and they had a Powerline concert type thing.
I really hope that's true.
And I'm like, I would have gone to that.
I really hope that's true because
I'll send it to you.
I saw somebody was doing like this. Every once in a while see like a draft, like top 5. Hey, you on Instagram, and it was like a top 5 fake songs that these guys were drafting. Number 1 overall pick was Powerline Eye to Eye. Greatest, not real, but real song.
Real song.
Yeah, like, and the other one was Scotty Doesn't Know.
Who's that?
You don't remember that song? Scotty Doesn't Know. Oh, hey, you know what I forgot? Hey, this has been a while. These 2 weeks we gave up. I'm sure you don't know this song. I wish I had Scotty Doesn't Know. That would have been perfect. No, it's from Eurotrip. It's a Matt Damon. He shows up for like 5 seconds as a punk rock band.
Eurotrip. That's a throwback movie.
Never seen the movie, but I have heard Scotty Doesn't Know many times. Now, this song in particular, this is from an album released, I swear, my senior year, I think. From one of those bands that was huge when I was in high school. For me and my friends. The band was called Unwritten Law. This is the intro, which leads you into the real song. But I always thought the intro was like really good lead-in, so I always put them together. It's fantastic. What's your face in this one?
I don't know how I feel about this.
Here it goes. Right here. This is where it goes. That bass.
The bass seems like it'd be easy to play, just like 4 strings.
You ever seen that? It was a South Park meme where it's like Cartman is trying to get a band together, and he's got the one kid apparently. And I've never watched South Park, so I don't know anything about it. But apparently, there's a black kid in South Park called Token. His name is Token because he's the token black kid. Yeah, and he gives him a bass. He's like, all right, Token, give me a cool bass line. And the kid's like, I don't know how many times I can tell you this, Cartman. I don't know how to play bass. He's like, stop this garbage. You're black. Of course you know how to play the bass. And he's like, I'm so sick of your stereotypes. Like, just play the bass.
Dude.
And immediately starts doing a sick bass line. And then the Token is like, dang it. Like, he's just pissed that it totally worked out.
I love that show. Like, they've gotten away with so much over the years. It is so funny.
The thing that I really appreciate.
So inappropriately funny.
I like comedy that doesn't apologize.
No.
It's like, listen, it's a joke. If you can't take a joke for what it is, then stop watching comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to be, like, it's supposed to be a little bit irreverent and rude.
Dude, and they push the limit, bro.
They 100%
like,
push
have you seen the episode where they start calling somebody a fag?
Oh no!
So like the guy's like,
oh yes,
like
yes.
He's like, no, like when a guy in a Harley drives by and he revs his engine, what do you think? Fag? Like,
yes.
No, not that he's gay. We don't hate him that he's gay or no. It's not. It's just so funny.
Dude, I love
the guy's
it. It's almost like in front of a judge panel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the guy's like, I'm finding this so easy to understand. Like, he's just like, I can't really argue with it.
Dude, it's like the one where you sent me that lady where she's like, the difference between gay and gay.
See, look, 2 men kissing, gay, totally cool.
Whatever.
And then I don't know what the next slide was.
It was another guy wearing sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
So freaking gay. That's 100% true.
That used to be what everyone used to just be able to say that. It wasn't a big deal. And I think it's kind of coming back. Actually,
I worry about the overcorrection, dude.
Well, dude, these kids now, like, there are kids. I've heard these kids, and I won't mention them, but they're my daughters. So they'll come in and like, it is okay. Like, they will call each other names, and you're like, you can't say that. We're like, Dad, everybody says that. I'm like, really? Everybody calls everybody a fat fag?
We did.
I know we did. I'm like, that really came back, and I'm like, really, you can just, and they're like, Dad, it's not a big deal. And I said, this is the problem with your guys' generation. We, as our generation and all this crap right now, has taken all these insults, all these things, and just overplayed them so much as being bad. Now everybody's like, I'm gonna say, like, these kids don't, it doesn't mean anything to them anymore. Like, you're taking all the mystique away, or whatever you want to call it, you're taking it away.
100%. It's kind of like, so me and my brother-in-law were having this discussion, specifically, what are you doing? We're about to get infiltrated by a 4-year-old.
Oh no, Rhea.
Oh, thank you. Can you put that down?
Oh, right. It's so heavy.
She just brought us in a nice box. All right, Rhea, bye-bye. Oh no, you're going to stay? No, go. Hey, Rhea, you need to get out, please.
Oh.
Anyway, it was the same thing we were talking about when it comes to like the F word. In a movie, if you have that one like big moment where the F word's used, you're just like, okay. The moment is met, it feels like big, but when it gets overused, it's kind of like, what does it even mean anymore? It doesn't mean anything anymore.
You know what I hate?
Matt, you need to get out, please.
Okay.
I love you.
This is the thing that drives me nuts. Since I don't know.
All right, shut the door.
Like, I hate when people like, and I know why they do it. When they say like, oh, what the F or what the freak, just say the word. Like, come on. Like, we all know what you mean.
I am the guiltiest party in this.
I know, and it's not a bad thing, but at the same time,
it is true. It's true because every single time
you're meaning every bit of it.
Yes,
you might as well just say it. Like, you're an adult. Like, just say the word. Like,
I have to catch myself so often because I don't. Maybe it was you that sent me it, where it's like this 12-year-old girl making the exact point you just made. I don't know. Maybe. And it sent to me. I'm like, I really got to stop because. It really is. Like I'm not doing anything different. It's the exact same word. I'm just
you're meaning the word.
I do.
And here's the thing, dude. There is a big difference, dude. Like when you're in a certain like argument with a person, right? And you're like, maybe you have a big disagreement or you're angry at a guy or a girl, right? And you say the word freak instead of the F word, you look like an idiot. But when you drop the F bomb, everybody's like, oh, he's serious.
But not if it's used all the time.
True.
Because its gravitas is lost.
Oh, yeah.
Like it doesn't mean anything if it's used all the time. If it's used in like real serious moments, like I said, in a real moment, we're like, I really need the weight to be felt. I specifically remember this one time. And I hope this doesn't come back and like speak ill of this great man. I hope he would be okay with me saying that because he's passed away now. But my high school football coach, never heard the dude curse ever. Okay.
Was that guy in here?
No. He was.
I was like, he died?
No, he's not.
I was like, oh my God.
He was one of my high school football coaches.
I was like, you didn't tell me this, bro.
No. The varsity high school football coach.
What a bomb on 100th episode.
Dude, 75 episodes ago, everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember we were playing Seton Catholic High School.
Oh, I played them. We beat them too.
Dude, and the thing is we were a way better team than them this specific year. Every other year.
What year was this?
My senior year, so in 2004.
Okay, so we beat them in 2003 in the championship.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They were good. They're a good team. They always had good players. Yeah. This particular year, we were better than them. But we were playing like we weren't. You know how I don't know if you ever.
You play down.
Yeah.
All the time.
And we were in that mode of playing down. I remember, dude, halftime, we're in the locker room and coach is trying his absolute best not to lose it. But he finally lost it and drops the F-bomb. Everybody dead silent. Everybody dead silent. Oh my gosh. Like, because
he's serious.
He's serious. He didn't ever say that.
Yeah.
He was always, I wouldn't say cool and collected, but he never cursed. His big thing was, gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it. Like, dude, straight Texas guy. Like this guy. But anyway, I will always remember that. And that's like, I feel like that's the way it should be. Sometimes, right?
I mean, yes and no, right? I am so bad. I went a long time. So I grew up, my mother, and dude, her favorite word was the F word. It was like the word like for most people, except for just the F word, right? So for me, that mystique of the F word went out a long time. It wasn't like, my mom told me when I was a kid, like I was 13 or 15, maybe 15, we could cuss in the house anytime we wanted. We just couldn't say the F word to her, like at her, right? Could never call her a name, could never be directed at her. But if I was walking through and like, oh, this sucks, she wouldn't care, right? Like didn't care. It was what it is. So it was so normal for her. But like, so as I've got, I with my kids, I was super like, I'm not going to try to swear around them. And then they'd only ever hear me slip with like frustration of like plumbing, right?
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Get up underneath the sink.
Yeah, bro, my giant self underneath the little sink. Like I don't have hands for that. Like my brother-in-law is a plumber and I'm like, bro, how do you spend this much time in this contorted position?
Dude.
Like it's unreal. Like I want to break things, right? So that's when they would know.
Installing a fan?
Yeah. They would know me to just leave me alone. They're like, yeah, he's not. But now as they've gotten older, I know they say it at school. Like there's no way they don't. Allie, maybe not, but Lexi, 100%.
I was literally just about to say that. I was like, I don't know. I could see Allie, but I could also see Lexi.
Maybe not, but Lexi, dude, she flips me off any chance she gets, dude. It's all fun and games.
I was going to say this. The middle finger does not at all hold the weight it once did.
And she's good about it. Like we had this conversation when she turned 16 because it's all in fun. Yeah. But if it's ever like a serious conversation, she knows not to do it when I'm mad, like because I would lose my mind.
Oh yeah.
But it's always like she's so funny because she's always got fake nails, so it's a weird, awkward. Like these kids don't know how to flip people off anymore, dude. It's like an awkward gesture sometimes. But I've gotten I'm just starting to lose patience with some stuff. You know, as I'm getting older, I just don't care anymore. So it slips a little bit more. And they're always like, you're so mad. I'm like, I'm not even that mad. It's just a word. Like, I'm just used. You guys don't hear me say this word because I try really, really hard to not say it at home, or I say it. But like, as I've gotten, I don't know, it's probably the last like 2 or 3 years. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, if I'm going to, I don't say it at them usually.
Yeah.
But there's the other thing, dude, is these kids, when you wait till your kids are teenagers, bro, like, I'm telling you, like, they test you at a young age, like in certain ways. But dude, when they get older, it's like, dude, I get it why people drown their kids. Like, it's so crazy. Obviously facetious, obviously a joke.
Did you see? I think I said it to you. It's those 2 Australian guys. These guys, they crack me up. They always have like these really like super serious dry humor pods, right? Yeah. And the clip is they're both talking to each other and saying, do you know what the number one reason why abuse happens in the home? And other guys like, you know, it might be because of alcohol, drugs, family problems, step parents. And the other guy's like, actually, the one reason I have a really annoying freaking kid.
Dude, I'm telling you,
having an annoying kid, that's the number one reason. And obviously it's in satire, but
dude, it's so hard, bro. I'm telling you, especially because one of your kids will be just like you.
Yeah.
So like if you're opinionated or if you've got a mouth and like over the years, it just develops on them. And then now it's like Lexi and I, dude, I swear to you, it is like arguing in a mirror. Like everything that she says, like I'm almost like, I would say that, but you're not going to get away with it. But damn, I get it, right? She's just, but dude, I swear, man. But as they've got, they make me so frustrated. It's like I say the F word more, and I don't even care. Like I'm done. Like you're an adult now, pretty much. Like I know you've heard this at work. I don't ever say it to them.
Yes,
but dude, I'm just like, oh gosh, it makes me so mad, dude. Have kids, they said. You won't drown them. Dude, it's so hard.
Real dark turn there.
Sorry, but it's the 100th episode. It's time to be real.
I guess.
No, I love my kids. And anybody that has teenagers has got to understand what I'm saying.
Dude, I know. It's one of those things where since I don't have teenagers, I can only relate to the frustration I ever feel from, 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
And 4-year-olds, specifically the 4-year-old.
Magnified time. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now. I've told you this before. You were in trouble with her.
Yeah, she is going to be. It's going to be a struggle with her.
The day she took off at Kara's house down the street, running like bye,
and looking at everybody and giggling while she's doing it.
Everybody else is laughing, and you are up and out of your chair, basically climbing a fence to go get her because she has somehow made it out of the fence, dude. And it's like, nope, I'm out. Yeah,
you're like a released animal, dude.
Yeah, she's fun though.
She is an absolute blast.
Yeah,
absolute blast.
She's going to be real fun when she's 14 and PMSing.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait. You have multiple women too, bro.
Yeah, I can.
You
and
Benton need to get a motorcycle and just take off at times, bro. Like
that's when Dad and son go camping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
We got some time. Trent can be able to come with us at that point.
Oh, dude,
yeah, he'll be able to come out with us. All right. Completely off topic and far less important. But my biggest beef with LeBron James's career, on like excluding anything off court, okay, is the fact that when he came into the league, he was the number 23. Okay? Dumb. If you didn't want to be constantly compared to Michael Jordan, why'd you wear his number? Okay? And it's easy to say this now. We're 20 years into his career. 22 years into his career.
Did you see that picture of his feet that's going around?
Oh, bro, I don't
want
to see
it. It says LeBron James' feet after 22 years of playing in the NBA. And I don't know what they are because all you see is a foot, but it is like, ugh, because of all the stop and go and over the years, right? Which it made sense, but
22 years, dude.
The ball of his foot is like ginormous, weird and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I thought I was thinking that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the amount of miles on that guy's body,
and legit jumping out of the roof and all that like pressure. Oh yeah. I'm like, man, dude, because I mean, regardless of how much I hate that dude, he is an athletic freak,
dude.
In every way, shape, or form.
40 years old. And he's going to be an all-NBA player. Yeah. He's going to be first, second, third team. Well, he's probably going to be second or third team. All-NBA.
And you still throw the ball up to him as like an oop somewhere across the court.
He's still going to crunch it. Like, yeah, dude, it's insane. But anyway, back to what I was saying.
Yes.
It drives me nuts that it's like, when you think of Michael Jordan, number 23, when I say Kobe Bryant, you have two numbers you can pick from. Well,
8 and 24.
Yeah, I say, well, which one comes to mind first?
8.
8 for me too. 8's the first one that comes to mind for me too.
Like, it's so dumb why he changed it. The whole Mike D'Antoni thing.
Whatever. The other thing, Steve Nash, 13. He's got a number. We know his number. It's 13. That's what he plays as. Except for when we went to LA, number 10, because LA's got every other freaking number retired. But my point is this, like, you came into the league and adopted the number of the greatest player of all time instead of like branching out and being your own guy and having your own number. And then he went to Miami and did number 6, which was Bill Russell. It's like, dude, how are we supposed to look at this and your career is always going to be your number 23. It's going to get retired in Cleveland. It's going to get possibly retired in LA. And
is he 23 right now?
Yeah, he's 23. He was 6.
I know he was. I didn't know when he went to LA. Was he 6 and then 23?
He was 23, 6, and then back to 23. I think when Bill Russell died is when he decided he was going to go back to number 23 again. Because he felt like, well, nobody should ever be able to wear the number 6 again. And it's like, dude, nobody should be wearing the number 23.
Well, it's funny. I saw Shaq say a thing just recently. Like, nobody's ever going to say be like LeBron.
That's a fact.
It's be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
That's kind of the thing.
I'm sure they'll find something to say about it because you can't deny the fact that the guy's an unreal basketball player.
Oh yeah.
As far as every career number, he's going to be close to owning all of them.
Of course.
And except for assists.
No disrespect
and he's
there.
not going to get steals.
And he's not going to get 6 championships.
He's not going to. Well, he's got Luka now. He is 40 and he's still playing at a ridiculous level.
I love that the Dallas Mavericks lost in the play-in tournament. Whatever they lost.
Play-in tournament, yeah.
On the 77th day.
Yes.
That they cut.
77th day that they had traded Luka Doncic.
And then they fired that dude. And
no, they didn't.
I thought he's fired.
No.
I read a thing that he was fired. Really? No? Was that just a smooth thing?
It must have been because he is still the GM for the Mavs.
He was like, I really.
What he did say is, I really underestimated the connection the fan base had to Luka Doncic. He did say that, which is true. But at the same time, it's funny how many podcasts I listen to.
That was terrible.
I listen to so many different podcasts and all of them, every single one of them will say, I still cannot fathom that trade. I can't understand how that trade was made because even if you're going to say we're going to trade Luka Doncic, how do you not get more than that? You got almost nothing in that trade. Not to say that Anthony Davis is not a good player. He is. He's always hurt though.
I don't like. You almost wish that how does Mark Cuban? Is he still the owner?
No, that's the reason. That's the problem. He sold the team last year to some Las Vegas ownership group.
Even then, as the ownership, you don't veto that trade. Stop. The only reason they had a 70% chance of making the playoffs previous to him being traded, they don't make nothing. Like they are terrible. I mean, Kyrie Irving gets hurt. Okay.
Tears ACL. That's bad.
That just sucks.
That does suck because Kyrie is actually playing really well.
And Davis goes down like he didn't.
Most predictable thing in the world because he always gets hurt. Yeah. Always.
I think he got hurt on a non-contact play, just shooting a 3-pointer.
Yeah, dude. And it was the first half of the first game.
Yeah, he's a joke.
So this is the story that I've heard reported is that the new owner goes to Luka's agent and says, hey, we want to negotiate a less than maximum extension because Luka's eligible for the super max extension this summer, which would be well over $300 million. Just an insane number, right? And his agent says there's no way we're doing that. Owner then goes to Luka himself. By the way, this is the story reported by Dan Bickley of Arizona Sports. Goes to Luka himself and says, hey, we want to do an extension, but we don't want to do the supermax. And Luka's response was, aren't you a billionaire? Which is true. Bro, you're billions worth money. Like you have billions of dollars and you're going to squabble over my extension. Which
if you think about the max versus supermax, I'm sure that's minimal money. It's millions of dollars, but it's probably maybe 20 to 40 million of the whole thing. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
It's a little bit more than that. It's probably closer to $100 million over the course of 6 years. But the point remains like you're going to squabble over me when you have more money than most anybody in this world could dream of having. Yeah. Like I earned this. I literally been the best player in basketball. Like that, the way that the CBA is set up, I can't make more than this X number, but if I'm on the open market, I'm worth way more than that. Yeah. Like that's my beef with like the whole CBA is like with LeBron James. If they didn't have a number tied up and to say you can only pay X amount % of the maximum salary cap percentage to a player, LeBron James would have been making $100 million a year forever. Yeah. Like the best players would get actual true market value, but that's not the way the NBA is. You only can have a percentage of the salary cap and a maximum of that. And it's dependent on how many accolades you make. You have to make all NBA teams to be able to get that percentage higher and higher, blah, blah, blah. It's convoluted. It's whatever. The point is that made the owner so mad. He went to the GM and said, trade him. I want him gone. That was it. And because of that, the GM goes to the coach Jason Kidd, and says, all right, well, I guess we have to trade him. What do you want? And Jason Kidd can't believe it, but he says, hey, you know what? Get me Anthony Davis. I can work around with that guy. And that's all you wanted?
Facetious?
Dude, say I want Anthony Edwards.
Seriously.
Say
I need another superstar caliber player.
Yes.
Not a washed up tall guy.
A 31-year-old guy who's always hurt. No, I want, okay, if
Even
I'm
when
trading.
he was dominant, he was not dominant.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
no.
exactly. Like,
Yeah,
okay, no one's ever going to say that Anthony Davis is not a good basketball player. He is a great basketball player. Never won an Defensive Player of the Year award. Never been an MVP. He has won a championship because LeBron was on the team in the bubble. And everybody looks at the bubble championship. I'll tell you what, if the Heat had won that championship, we'd all be like, yeah, dude, that's a real one. Because the Lakers were, I'm like, no, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, there's not even people in the stands. It doesn't count. Probably the quietest championship game ever.
Absolutely.
That would be boring.
I don't know. I still like, we're going to be talking about that Luka trade probably for years in NBA circles because it's the dumbest trade that's ever happened.
Well, you know what sucks is I know we hate Luka as a Suns fan.
We do, absolutely.
But dude, I hope he wins the championship just to piss him off over there.
And I could if it didn't mean the Lakers got one.
I know that's the problem.
I can't root for the Lakers.
I would buy a Luka jersey. I love like him and Jokic. The way that they play the game for two fat white dudes is out of control.
Jokic for sure.
It's like, bro, like I mean, even Luka, he's not fast. He can be quick at times. But even that's questionable.
Yes. No, what he is deliberate. That's what he is. He is deliberate. He knows exactly how he's going to do it and what he's going to do, and you can't stop him from doing it. He's big enough to make it happen. He's insane. Not fast, though. My problem with watching Luka play is he dribbles the air out of the basketball, and I just can't stand. And the way he whines to refs, it is beyond the worst.
Yeah, but that's the same. We've talked about this.
Nobody whines like him.
But it's because you play the game. It's the game that they've created, right? It's the LeBron game.
If you watched like 20 full Luka Doncic games, because if you did, I'm telling you right now, you would be like, this guy's worse than anybody that's ever existed. In fact, last year during the finals, Brian Windhorst went on a rant about it. And it was one of those things where like, okay, this rant is coming from inside information. And now that he's been traded, all the stuff that Brian Windhorst said during the finals is what the Mavericks have been saying about Luka after. Like he's a petulant child. He doesn't take care of himself. All he does is whine about refs, blah, blah, blah. And it's like everybody does it. But when somebody does it to a level like that is when you know you've probably crossed a line and you need to rein it in. I mean, but you could say the same about LeBron getting hurt or hitting head when he's always faking the injuries of his head. It's like, dude, you didn't even get touched, bro. There's replay, you idiot. I know. We're going to see this.
Like, we're going to see that you didn't get hit, bro. Yes. Like, just stop.
Oh, dude.
Or at least when you get the foul call, then stop and act like it's normal, walk away. Not continue to rub your head like you got hit and you're like,
dude. And lay on the ground. Lay on the ground with your hands over your head and your eyes all squinting like you just got mauled.
You know where this all started? I've told you this. Freaking Ginobili, bro. The flop game of Ginobili started this trend of just, we talked about this, the foreign players coming in.
All the European soccer players. Dude,
it's so bad.
Including you Argentinian. You're European as far as this argument's concerned. All right.
We still hate the Spurs. 20 years later, we still hate the Spurs.
And I still hate the Spurs because they went and got Wembanyama. Now they're going to be set for life.
Yeah,
like they're going to be set for the next 20 years.
Crazy tall.
Oh, dude. And he's good.
No.
So we've been updating this list as time has gone on, but it's kind of crazy the amount of coach firings that happened in the NBA to playoff teams before the season ended. And then the Suns didn't even fire Budenholzer until when the season was over. And it's like, dude.
Did they hire a coach yet?
No, not yet. And there's still talk about how they're going to be basically like revamping the entire front office. And I don't know. I was having this discussion this morning with a guy where I'm just like, I don't know that it's right to kick out James Jones because of everybody in the Suns organization, one guy has proven he knows how to build a championship contender, and it's James Jones. He's the one guy that's put a roster together that went to the finals. Everybody else hasn't done it.
And then traded it all for friggin' Kevin Durant.
And I don't think that was James Jones. And my reason for saying that is apparently, again, some reporting out there that trade that they made on the trade deadline day, the day after Matt Ishbia bought the team, had been on the table basically all year. And James Jones was unwilling to make the trade. He had said that you can either have all the draft picks or the players, not both. Like, I'm not giving up everything for Kevin Durant. Like, yeah, he's a great player, but we're not giving up all of what we have.
We gave up too much.
Matt Ishbia becomes the owner. Next day, all of it's gone.
Bro, you think go back a few years now, right? You don't make that trade. Mikal Bridges is still here. Cam Johnson's still here. And somewhere along the way, you picked up a 6'10" guy that's a baller.
Yeah.
Your whole game, like the whole Suns, you can go to a Suns game and have to actually pay for it instead of paying $60 for. You don't even see the floor level seats booked anymore.
See, it's not even just that. It's okay. Yeah, that trade happened, and then they traded DeAndre Ayton the following offseason to get nothing in return. Now we got Grayson Allen, who had one great year, but this year was really hot and cold. And I would say if you went back and revisited that trade, you think that maybe the Bucks wouldn't want to trade Drew Holiday to get an old Damian Lillard who is not the Damian Lillard he once was, and that maybe the Bucks wouldn't want to give up Damian Lillard because what they got back. Actually, you know what? The Bucks are probably the only. I mean, the Trailblazers are the only team that's happy about that because they got Toumani Camara, who's a great player, who then they spun all their assets off and ended up with Deni Avdija. I don't know how to say his last name. These guys from Israel. I don't know. Anyway, all I'm saying is the only team that's happy about that is a team that traded Damian Lillard. Every other team's looking at it and saying, dude, crap. This freaking sucks. We got screwed. Nurkic isn't even on the team anymore. We had to attach a first round pick to get him off the roster. And it's just, I don't know. The Suns are an absolute mess. And it is going to be an ugly rebuild. And
because
I don't care
you have
what
to suck up Bradley Beal's paycheck for the next whatever time.
He's got next year and a player option for the following year for $110 million total over the 2 years.
And he doesn't have to play a freaking
He doesn't have to play a minute. He doesn't have to play a minute. And you know what? Until he proves anybody wrong, we are going to continually call that guy a loser. He's a winner in life. Let's get real.
Yes,
he's a winner in life. But as far as a basketball player goes, absolute loser. Because he has been nothing but an absolute drain on this team. And we're going to have to eat it because we can't have that guy on the roster. And it's going to be an ugly couple years in front of us because I don't know how else you face this with any other reality other than we have nothing. We have no assets. We have no draft picks. Let me say, we technically have draft picks.
You don't get rid of Booker.
We can't get rid of Booker.
He's the only lifeline they have right now in this thing.
And he is like, I know that's not the same player, but he is our Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
And we need to treat him as such.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to treat him as such, as a guy that's like, you stay on the roster. You're our guy. We drafted you. You became a potential Hall of Fame player, and you're going to play your whole time with us.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have to find a way to be the 6th seed from now on and hopefully catch fire like the year that we went to the finals and everything fell your way. Speaking of which, talking about catching fire, bro. Did you see what the Thunder did to the Grizzlies the other day? It's like Saturday.
The Thunder beat the Grizzlies? The Grizzlies beat the Thunder.
The Thunder beat the Grizzlies by 51 points in the playoffs.
Oh, is it the first round?
It was the first round, yeah.
So I was watching I didn't see that. I saw the play-in tournament for the Memphis. Yeah. Dude, I watched John Morant. I watched him put back a ball.
The guy's an athletic freak.
I was at pizza dinner, bro, for cheat meal, and I'm like, I start screaming at the TV. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, just watch the replay. Well, they're not going to show it. No, they will show that replay. Just watch, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's not tall.
No, he's like 6'2".
And he comes flying in, dude, from like the free throw line, and just the ball goes off the back of the rim and is coming back, and he just full extent. I'm like, oh my god,
it's incredible, dude. The athleticism in that guy's incredible. The worst part about him is he's an idiot. Like he is. You remember back in the day when we were in high school, how there was always a news headline about how this player had gotten busted at this club for gun possession. This player
Burris.
Yes. This guy is a throwback to those 90s in the 2000s players.
Guys just don't know how to.
Because he's a petulant child who's an idiot. Like it is so not hard to grow up. Especially when you're getting paid millions of dollars. Dude, just don't screw up. You're the only one in the NBA doing this. Everybody else has figured it out. James Harden has never got busted for the amount of time he has spent in a strip club. And we all know that bro lives in one.
I'm telling you, I want to start a business where like I pick up 4 buddies, like real good, like big guys. And all we do is, hey, when you come to town, we'll pick you up in your black Escalades all decked out. We'll take you wherever you want to go. We'll set it all up. You give me 10 grand cash or 5 grand cash to have, right, to pay people off that you bump. Yeah. And I don't care if you're snorting cocaine in the back, dude. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm here to keep you out of trouble. That's my job, right? Because how do you have that kind of money and not have somebody doing that for you? Like, are you kidding me? That I would never go anywhere where I'd be like, nope, I'm going to have this. You're going to be paid off. If I bump into you and you don't like it, here, bro, here's $1,000, disappear. Yeah. Like, that's because these guys are like, let's bring a gun into a strip club. No, we're not going to do that.
And the worst part, and film ourselves with it. I'm like, and post it.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
How stupid are you?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Like that is a level of stupidity that can be fixed. Like, it's like, you did this to yourself. You filmed yourself. You posted it yourself. He wasn't even somebody that caught you.
Yeah, but see, if you have 4 guys with you that are going to be like, nobody's coming in, nobody's coming out. No phones. Check your phones at the door. We're not taking pictures with the boys, nothing. The phones go in the bag. Sorry, but not sorry. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Yeah. It seems, but that's the thing is, to me, I know that hundreds of players across all pro sports do that. Yeah. This guy doesn't.
Because there's a handful that don't. And they're usually the superstar guys that are paid way too much at such a young age. They don't know how to manage any money. Yeah. And it's,
The thing that kills me about it is it's like, he's technically not breaking any laws. No. But it's like, dude, you live in a completely different world now, dude. It's not.
It's the old, you can take the boy out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out of the boy. Yeah. It's that kind of idea, right? Like it's your small-minded thinking. Like, dude, you are now a big-time guy. You need to make big-time decisions. And if you can't, pay somebody to do it for you, so he or she keeps you out of trouble. It's not hard. Get an assistant that just runs around with you.
You know what this reminded me of? Sean McVay. The Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay is the head coach of the Rams. He is a high energy, up and down the field, constantly.
He has a guy that just keeps him from running on the field.
He's got to get that guy.
He's got a catcher. Yeah,
he's got to get that guy. Yeah. The guy that constantly goes and grabs him by the shirt and pulls him like, get back. You got to get back. You're going to get on the sideline more and get back. And they literally employ a guy to hold Sean McVay back. It's like, dude, a head coach has got that. Why can't you do the same? Like, it's a level of retarded. I can say that now. A level of retardedness that I don't understand.
Yeah, no, it's
especially when you have that kind of money on the line.
That's the thing. If you have that kind of money, that is a small investment to keep you from doing something stupid or get to jail or whatever, right? Like I said, I'm not keeping the 10,000 all night. That's not. I got my own paycheck. That's just for me to pay people off. You're gonna get that money back or what? Like, dude, you've got the money. $10,000 is you is $10 to me.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? Like, think about the amount of money that you were gonna lose when not doing this.
Oh yeah,
the suspensions that come along with it, the loss of endorsement deals, which he lost. I said suspensions. The possibility of not making an all NBA team because you were suspended for X amount of games and you missed the 60 game threshold you have to get a postseason award, which means you now can't get a Supermax contract because you didn't make it out. Like, all of these things stack up. Yep. They all stack.
All because you took a gun into a strip club and shot yourself.
Waxy Coburns. That is the funniest one because I love how you and I have vivid memories of Plaxico Burress. Like, I will always remember that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, dude.
It's insane. Okay, so let's see. Here's something I wanted to talk about. Like, the thing that I find frustrating, specifically about like different sports, okay? There's always like a level of effort that you can put in a certain sport and try as hard as you try. And in some sports, you're rewarded for that. Football, for example, the harder you try, you will be rewarded, right? Yeah. Like, if you just constantly put in all the physical effort that you possibly can muster, you will.
You don't have to be the most athletic, but if you
got the mental capacity to push yourself beyond what you're physically capable of,
if you are a man child,
yes, I mean, but that rewards you, and you can see the same thing in basketball. Like, certain guys, like Dennis Rodman, that guy would rebound 20 rebounds in a game because he would simply not
have 0 points.
Stop. Yeah, 0 points. Yep. But he wouldn't stop going for the rebound. He wouldn't stop. And this guy wasn't 7 feet tall. He was 6'6", 6'7".
I was just talking about Charles Barkley with a guy, and I'm like, dude, I was with Carl.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think Charles Barkley was so dominant, and he's 6'4".
Yeah.
He was listed as 6'4". I think he's obviously shrunk now because he's older, but he was listed as 6'4". That is
power
forward.
He was a power forward dominating in the NBA.
Dominating. It's like, it's crazy, but it's because of work ethic, right? Yeah. It's just, I'm going to work. I have to work harder than the guys that are 3 inches, 4 inches taller than me, so I'm going to outwork them.
Yeah. And do you remember Kenneth Faried? He was a power forward, center-ish for the Nuggets for a while.
The name kind of sounds familiar.
Prime example of what I'm talking about. This guy honestly was just 100% try hard. That's all he was. Tried as hard as he possibly could all the time. And I was thinking about this because there are other sports where trying hard doesn't matter. the harder you try in golf, it does not matter.
Golf is the most humbling sport.
Yeah, because you can sit there and try as hard as you possibly can and put in all the effort you've got, and you can still jack that swing up, and the try doesn't matter.
And if your wrist, your hands is just a little bit open, the club face is just a smidge open. Yeah. That's what makes golf pros so impressive. Dude.
No,
did you watch the Masters?
No, I don't.
Okay,
see, I don't watch any golf.
I watch the final round of the Masters every year, right? It's the last Sunday of the first weekend, usually of April.
Yeah.
Usually most people miss it because it's conferences are roughly the same time.
Yeah.
But dude,
I miss it because I don't care about golf.
But what Rory, what he did, there's one particular shot, dude, where he makes a shot, basically make a right angle, like around things. You're like, purposeful too. Like it was out of control. And another guy did it a few years back. His name is Bubba Watson. Same kind of thing as a lefty. Makes this ball go over onto the green. You're like, bro, what? How?
The spin that they can put on it. And
it's insane. Dude, and then all the replays of Tiger Woods right now, how great he was. Like, I don't know what the algorithms, my algorithm's all jacked up, but this Tiger Woods thing, like watching him in the Masters back in the day, and like, they're like, oh, he hits a shot. It's like the shot they talk about, right? He hits a shot and it's like, dude, there's no way he's off the green. He needs to chip. It's a downslope. And this dude chips it on, lets it roll down, and it rolls in, dude. It's essentially what seals in the Masters. But it's like, how do you...
Dude, the level of skill in a golfer is truly unfathomable.
And most of them don't. And the crazy thing is, you know, I try hard, dude. Most of these guys don't swing hard. I play golf with the dude.
That's my point.
Craig Martin, old 56. I work with him, right? He is a golf guru. Like, he is great. He should have been a pro golfer, but I think his wife told him no, right? But he doesn't. I swing the club 95 times harder than he does.
Doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter. He just clean down the middle. Just and he is within. If I hit it straight, him and I are right next to each other, and he barely. I'm like, I hate you, bro. Like, it just drives me crazy.
It's just an easy movement. Like, it doesn't matter about the speed, the
fundamentals got to be perfect.
And it's also the same with baseball. No. With baseball, the harder you try, typically the worse you do.
Man, you played softball lately? Slow pitch softball?
Yeah.
It's freaking hard.
It can be for sure, dude.
Hitting
Every
the ball
time I
at
go
a
to throw
drop.
a softball, I wreck my shoulder.
Hitting the ball at a drop? Dude,
not popping it up.
Yeah. I'm like, I hate this. Like, I freaking hate it. Like, I don't know how. Like, I mean, I'm getting better at it the more I do it because I've been playing for 2 seasons now with this group.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, this is not for, like, I hate it because I feel like I should be able to crush the ball, right?
Yeah.
And it's like if I don't sit back on it long enough, or if I drop my hip, my elbow or my shoulder, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude.
And again, it's a precision thing.
Yeah.
It's the amount of try hard doesn't matter. So the reason why I bring that up is because like you can't always. The try hard guys aren't ever visible in other sports, right? Specifically baseball and golf are the two that I was thinking of. Yeah. And I'm sure there's others very similar to it. But then when I think about like one of the more frustrating things is if you're a fan of a football team or a basketball team that doesn't try hard, it is visible. It is so obvious.
Like a player doesn't?
Yeah. Like for example, this Phoenix Suns team this year, you could tell they never try hard. Like they may have played hard 6 out of the 82 games, maybe 7, right? But it is so obvious because the team they had 3 years ago, before they broke up the Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton team, before they traded it, they were known as the try hard team because they try hard the entire game. They never let up. And it bothered other teams because it's like, dude, come on. It's like game 24 of an 82 game season. Like, chill out. It's like, no, they didn't ever chill out. They went the whole time. And it's like, those are the types of teams you fall in love with.
No.
When you have the other way where they don't, it's like, dude, everybody hates that.
It's the underdog theory of like March Madness, right? Everybody like this last year, I feel like I don't know for a fact and I didn't care to watch, but I feel like nobody really watched March Madness at the end because the Final Four were all the one teams.
1-1.
Yeah, like I don't like, but when you've got like I don't know, like a 15 or a 12 in there, you're like, everybody's like, because they are undoubtedly trying harder than anybody there.
They hardest possible.
They want it more than the number one team because the number one guys almost expect it, right? They're like, hey, we're number one. We should win. And which is a lot of pressure. I'll give that to them.
And a lot of those guys expect to be going to the NBA draft anyway.
Right. But you've got a St. Mary's come in and you're like,
Loyola?
Davidson?
Yeah.
When Curry played for them,
Steph,
right?
Yeah.
You're like, dude, these guys, you just want to, because I think as Americans, we love the little guy theory, the upset theory,
yes,
right?
Yes, the underdog, baby.
Yeah, we want to see the underdog win because you're like, dude, because because I think we all relate to it, right? Because we're not superstars.
Yeah, we're not these guys.
We're not superstars.
We're the try-hard guys.
Yeah, we're the guys like, if I go into something like against a pro, right, I'm an underdog, right? So
I'm just going to try as freaking hard as I can.
Like, let's go. But so you see that. But yeah, it just, there are a lot of sports now where they don't, like, you hate to watch a team and you're like, can you guys try just
do they even care?
Why did you, like, why, or like when you see a player not go for a ball he could have caught, like in football, and you're like, it might have been a little bit out, but I'm like, your whole job is to lay out for that ball. Like, you're not going to get crushed. They protect you anymore. Like, you don't have John Lynch coming over the middle, Ray Lewis coming over the middle. You don't have Troy Polamalu, or what's the dude from the Seahawks? Cam Chancellor. You don't have the boomstick coming over anymore. So it's like, why are you not like trying hard? And it's like, and then you see the guys that do, and they're so noticeably ahead of everybody, you know?
Hey, what's up, baby boy?
Oh, looky. Oh, he's getting big.
Yeah, he is getting big, isn't he?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I love it. See, I don't ever want kids again, but it's so like you just want kids for a little bit.
You're close to grandkids.
Hopefully at least another 6 or 7 years. I told her, like, wait till you're 25, bro. Like, go get your career started. You can have kids forever. Your career needs to be, you put that on hold. It sucks, dude.
Problem about I have the exact opposite, man. The career is there until you die.
No, but you wanted to have kids when you're 40. You're going to be 60 when
I wanted to have kids.
20.
I wanted to have kids the minute we got married. This wasn't in the cards for us. I'm telling you.
True. Like, okay, fair. That's a bad. Okay, I can't argue with you on that.
I would have had kids the minute we possibly could, because again, I'm going to be 50 when this kid turns 12.
I know.
I'm going to be an old dad, man.
When he becomes a teacher or a deacon, whatever they are at that age, man.
I'm going to be the gray-haired guy in the back, dude. I'm going to get some gray in the beard. And then there's
young Chalet. She's still going to be just smashing it. Good to go.
Dude, specifically last night, right? I'm not going to go into the whole details of last night, but I make the joke about how the fact that I was like, man, my arms are cramping so bad. And she's like, we get it. You work out. And I'm like, I got to work out because I got to have people stop looking at me and you thinking like, what the crap is she doing? Like, I got to have something to say. Like,
settled. He really wants to let himself go.
Exactly. I'm like, it's got to be at least like, okay, you know what?
I can see it. I guess. At one point he was in shape.
Yes. I'm working for that. Like, I've got to have that.
Yeah. Not everybody has it just natural, Chalet.
Gosh, for real. You little boy. Okay. Anyway, I only had one more thing I wanted to ask you. And this is a serious question because people are like debating on who should be the MVP of the NBA this year. And my question is this, and I think I've said my point quite a few times. What is the criteria for you if you were voting for an MVP of any league? Like, what defines MVP?
Well, if you take that player off the team, they suck.
You and I are in agreement.
Like, I mean, that's reality. That's why I don't think Lamar Jackson should have won, is because you had two of them.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you the most valuable player. It makes you the most valuable players, because you're going to, like, you had Derrick Henry running the ball for you. Like, I'm sorry, but like, Lamar, you were great. But it made it a little bit easier when they have to worry about the other guy in the backfield. Like, they couldn't stack the box, or they couldn't put a QB spy on you. Whatever the schemes were, they couldn't do because you had two of them.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen, like, he was everything to that team. Like, he was running on 4th and 15 to put his body on line in the end zone just to get a win, right? Like, so for me, it's if you take that guy out, that team is nobody. You could argue Joe Burrow was an MVP. Like, even though they had a losing team, he is the most valuable player for them. And I don't like that you have to be a winning team to be considered a most valuable player. I get it to some extent. Yeah. But when you look at like what Joe Burrow did with what he had, I think he had the most passing yards, the most touchdowns, right? Like, He had an unbelievable season. And if his team had won 2 more games, he's the MVP. Right. But because he didn't win, right? And again, not his fault. They have crap for defense. Horrible defense. He really didn't have, he has one or two, Higgins and Jamar Chase, right? That are really good. Who's their running back? I couldn't tell you right now. It used to be Joe Mixon. It's Chase Brown. See, so it used to be Joe Mixon, but it's not him anymore. So nobody knows. So you're going to tell me that, like, anybody that slights the idea of like, oh, Lamar should have got it. I'm like, no, he's won it before and he deserved it. He's won it twice before. Yeah, he's won it twice. But it's like, look, these guys are doing this on their own. Yes. Putting up like Lamar Jackson was 2nd or 3rd to Joe Burrow's numbers. That's the fact with those, because really, I mean, completion percentage, I guess, matters, right? You can be accurate. I get that. Yes. But really, it's touchdowns. Yards and yards, right? Like, and lack of interceptions, right, and not turning the ball over. And Joe Burrow was the top of that. Yes. So it's like, so, and again, you take him off of that team and you put in Carson Palmer, right? Whoever their backup is. I don't know who it is anymore.
How dare you disparage the name of Carson Palmer?
I know he's a He was a Cardinal.
It was part of our best years.
I know
part of our best years.
He
man.
was. But Kurt Warner was your best years, bro.
Best year.
Have you seen that meme that says people think the first girl with something to do with the first their first heartache came from a girl? This is when mine started. It's a picture of Kurt Warner walking off the field after that game.
Dude, that stuff, it really hurts, man. It really hurts when you look back.
Dude, I wasn't even a Cardinal fan when that hurt. That freaking interception will never be.
He just got laid out.
No. When Harrison all the way
Super Bowl
runs 99 yards and nobody pushes him out of bounds.
Dude, you want to know why?
Because that guy on the sideline.
Because Andrew Roll was out on the defensive player for the Cardinals should have been, hey, we need a get back guy. We need a get back guy. Get back Andrew Roll, because Larry was on his way to tackling him.
He was going to DK Metcalf him.
Yes,
and
he was totally going to hawk him, dude. Oh,
yep. Yeah, dude. That's when heartbreak really set in, I think, for Cardinal fans.
Yes. Well, honestly, I think that is what made Cardinals fans. Because it was then when you realized, hey, you know what? This team might not suck forever. We might actually have a chance at being a competitive organization.
You did that year.
But since then, we've actually gone to the playoffs a couple times. Yeah. Like, I know for me, it made me feel like, hey, you know what? I can actually be a Cardinals fan and not be ashamed of it. Because up until that point, it was always like, don't tell people you're a Cardinals fan. It's a terrible organization.
Like, if you think about the Cardinals' success.
Yeah.
It really was backed off of two washed up quarterbacks.
Yep.
Not these Kyler Murray types, right? Like, really, like maybe you should look at your history and say, maybe we don't need to go out and put a first round draft pick on a quarterback that's 5'2".
But the problem,
we should have done something else.
Jason, now if we go back to that history, how many guys, a Carson Palmer, a Kurt Warner, become available? They don't.
No.
And when they do, you have a 4-year window at most.
But I still think that you can find somebody less number one draft pick sometimes, like a Tom Brady type. But Tom Brady's a rare. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But like a second or third round guy out of like, okay, here's one. Actually, no, it's Josh Allen. Where did he play? Wyoming?
Yeah, but he was a 7th pick overall in the first round of the draft.
So let's go with who was not Nick Foles. Where did Nick Foles play?
Arizona. He's a second round pick,
right? He won a championship.
Yeah, but he was a career backup.
But he still won.
But the times he had, he also won on a freaking stacked team, okay? And the times he had a chance to be a starter, a.k.a. with the Rams, he didn't last.
The other guy, Carson Wentz, did pretty dang good.
He was a 3rd overall pick in the draft.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, most of the guys you're talking about, the reason why quarterbacks go high in the draft is because if you look at the history, guys that are drafted after the first round, rare that they ever become something.
But the
Jalen Hurts is like the only starter I can think of right now. Well, I guess if you want to include Russell Wilson, but he's at the end of his career. Like when you talk about starting overall, like these guys are really good quarterbacks. He's the only one I can think of that's not a first rounder.
But and arguably I guess would you say Jalen Hurts is a scrambling running quarterback more so?
Yeah, I would definitely say he's not a pocket passer.
So really over the course of history, which I think we've talked about, pocket passers are the way to draft.
They are.
I know that you want the Kyler Murray, right?
You
want the Michael Vick, right? Like everybody wants that. What you want
is the flexibility. You want to be able to say, hey, listen, our offensive line's not great. This guy can bail us out when we need him.
At least scramble, get outside, throw a bootleg shot, right? You want him to have the ability to do so. But when they're 5'2", it makes it really hard for that no matter what, right? And I think...
Dude, the hard part about Kyler Murray, it was really hard getting behind him because, listen, he's the same size as Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson went to 2 Super Bowls and won 1. Like, he's the same size as him. He's faster than him.
Should have won 2, but
he should have won 2.
You threw a pass when you got Marshawn Lynch behind you.
Marshawn Lynch.
Dude, if I was a Seahawks fan, I would never be a Seahawks fan again because of that. That would have ruined me forever.
That would have been hard, man. That would have been a hard one to come back from because especially what happened to the team after that completely imploded.
Yeah.
But like, so he's the exact same, like, I'd say like not the same player, but like when you're talking about the mold, like Kyler Murray could definitely fit the mold of Russell Wilson. The difference is the Seahawks had Marshawn Lynch and an amazing defense where it was, really listen, we're going to lean on the run game. We're going to bootleg and play action pass. And sometimes we'll let Russell Wilson drop back in the shotgun. But for the most part, we're going to run, play action, and we're going to lean on our strong defense. Like the Cardinals don't have that.
What year was Kyler Murray drafted?
2015 or 16. I can't remember which.
Because I want to know who the other quarterbacks were.
Oh, in that draft, there's nobody.
But like, what is there one that they could have taken that was has done equally as good? No, I don't know. I couldn't.
That was the Daniel Jones draft, dog.
Oof.
Yeah, that was the next drafted quarterback in that class.
He plays for, where did he go?
Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to, that reaction. No, but yeah, it was not a good looking draft.
It wasn't 15.
Was it 18 maybe? Maybe it was 2018.
What pick was Kyler Murray?
Number 1. He was the number 1 first overall pick.
15 was Jameis Winston.
No, it definitely wasn't. Try 2018. Might have been 2018 or 17. It's in that range.
Jared Goff was 16.
No, not that one.
Miles Garrett 17.
No.
Oh, I don't know what just happened. I was on a really cool page. How do I go back to that? I think my fat fingers clicked something. Baker Mayfield 18.
So it would have been 19.
19 Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So
because the year before they got Josh Rosen with the 10th pick. You want to talk about a flop, dude?
That was a terrible flop.
Yeah, that guy didn't even last in the league for 3 years.
So 10th overall like the pick. Only quarter. Oh, so Daniel Jones was taken number 6, and then Dwayne Haskins,
dead.
Redskins.
He's dead. Super sad story, man. That guy got hit on the freeway. I think he was crossing the road to go and help somebody change a tire and got
Which
hit.
brings me to the next point. Don't go playing Frogger on the freeway, people.
Don't.
So that's a public service announcement that some people need to hear.
Do not walk on the freeway.
In fact, let me give you a little piece of advice. If you get in a wreck or you are involved in some kind of incident on a major freeway and anywhere, and your car is broke down, and you just stay in your car, buckle up and stay in your car. Your car is meant to take a collision. Listen, it is going to suck if you get hit. However, you'll probably live.
Yeah, you're much better off.
The odds of you living when you get schmucked by a car doing freeway speed, 0.
Yeah.
Unless you're a tweaker. That's a whole other story. We can talk about that later. But that's a fact, bro. I swear. That is a scientific fact, bro. Meth heads survive everything. Dude, I can show you video after video, bro. Like, you're like, how did he survive? Meth's of a drug, bro. I'm just saying.
Like cocaine.
Yeah. Or you can be drunk. I've seen people that are drunk also survive things. You're like, bro, how did he survive? But yes, okay. Anyway, public service announcement. Don't go walking across the freeway, people.
All right, so let's just close with this.
Drew Lock.
Oh, yeah, that guy's great. I mean, he's on his third team, fourth team.
I'm looking for other quarterbacks.
I'm telling you, that draft, there was nobody.
You're right.
There was nobody in that draft.
No quarterback taken at all in the 3rd round.
No. I'm going to tell you, that was not a quarterback draft.
Ryan Finley, you know him?
I do, actually.
Cincinnati's backup? Or?
The one
How
guy.
How do you know him, bro? Like, this is the thing about, it amazes me with you. Like, I mean, I have a lot of useless knowledge. It just comes out of nowhere. But your useless knowledge about sports is out of control. Like, it is so cool.
Dude, I really wish that I could monetize it somehow. I really wish it was a way to turn that into some money.
Like, I watch sports. Oh, Jared Stidham,
baby. Of course, New England Patriots.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Went to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Do you see what I'm saying here, people? Anybody listening right now that can make this monetary for him needs to have Jeopardy, a sports Jeopardy might be cool for you.
That'd be awesome.
You know?
But what was I going to say? The one argument then was, do we take Nick Bosa or Kyler Murray? That was the question at that draft. And the answer to me was not Nick Bosa. He's always hurt.
How about Nick Easton Stick?
Easton Stick for the Chargers. Definitely don't do it.
This is out of control that you know this is.
Yeah, wait, South Dakota State.
One more. Oh my gosh, shut your mouth right now. Clayton Thorson.
That one I don't know. I don't
Northwestern.
know. Yeah, I don't know who that one is.
He has 0 stats across the board.
Yeah,
0.
that one is
He must not have made it.
No idea who that guy is.
He's about as worthless as Kyler Murray. Oh, Gardner Minshew. Everybody knows Gardner Minshew.
No way. Did Gardner Minshew go that year?
Yeah, he went that year. In fact, I might have taken him over Kyler Murray knowing what I know now.
No, you
because of the hair. Why not, bro?
And the mustache.
And the
fact that he lives in a van.
Yeah. By the river. Trace McSorley.
Yeah, Trace McSorley actually played for the Cardinals.
I don't know what I'm talking to you right now.
He went from the Ravens to the Cardinals. He was a backup for the Cardinals from Penn State.
Bro, it is useless knowledge.
It's useless.
I freaking love it. I freaking love it, dude. Because I get it all the time. My kids will be like, "Oh, somebody, right? I'm not as near as good as you are, but you know your players and your teams. Like, oh yeah, Sean. What's his freaking dude? The guy that got hurt for the Cowboys, like Sean Lee, Penn State linebacker. You'll say something like that. Oh yeah, he played for Penn State. He was great. How do you know that? I'm like, I have no idea.
I don't know why I know that.
But you have I'm naming players that are just like in a draft from 2019. And you're like, oh yeah, he played here. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know what to say right now.
I wish I knew a way to turn that into
weird.
Oh, dude.
Gosh, dude.
All right, so to finally finish the one thing I wanted to ask about the MVPs, and then we can clear it up.
Sorry, clean it up. Back to the most valuable players.
The whole reason why this is an argument and a discussion right now is because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the point guard, shooting guard, whatever you want to call him for the Thunder, had an unbelievable year this year. I want to say he averaged like 33 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, like one of the truly great seasons ever have by a guard, like right on par with the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants, like a season to behold. Okay. He was up against, again, Nikola Jokic, the guy who's always in the MVP discussion because he's the best player in the NBA. Inconceivably, the best player
you
in the
would
NBA.
never pick him out of a lineup to be the best player in the NBA.
No, what you would pick this guy is he's definitely part of the Russian mob.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Something. Isn't he Serbian?
Yeah, Serbia, yeah. So like this guy's definitely in some like Eastern European gang, but apparently not. This guy just loves horse racing and basketball. And he's really good at basketball.
And he is unathletic, but super athletic.
But super athletic.
Doesn't
what
make
he
any
is
sense.
He's not athletic, but he's coordinated. That's what it is.
I don't even know if I think it's the other way around. I feel like he's athletic. I feel like he moves around like he's a newborn giraffe, but it works for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The way you just described that is Karl Anthony Towns to me. That guy is just limbs all over the place and just a freaking tornado somehow gets the ball to where it needs to be.
Jokic is 6'10".
7 feet.
7 feet, right?
In that range.
Okay, it's really easy when you're that tall to just lay the basketball in the basket when you get somewhat close. But he's so good at just...
Well, not only that, but dude, he shoots over 40% from three. Yeah, like, he's an elite
and his
player.
Remember when you were a 7-footer and you couldn't shoot threes?
Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal?
We're allowed to.
Yeah, you weren't even, or not threes. I'm sorry, free throws. Even free throws, you're like, dude, Hack-a-Shaq was a real thing for a reason. Now these 7-footers are good at it.
Yeah,
like,
don't mess with this.
Shoot down at a basketball hoop.
Dude, so... Anyway, the whole reason I'm saying is Nikola Jokic ended the season with a triple-double average, over 10 points, over 10 boards, and I want to say like 26 points a game, like something in that ridiculous range. He's the third player ever to accomplish the feat of finishing an entire season averaging a triple-double. Russell Wilson, Oscar Robertson, Nikola Jokic. That's your list, okay? They're saying that it should be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because Nikola Jokic, he's already won 3 MVPs. This guy shouldn't be the MVP again. His team wasn't the best team.
That's a good question to pose, right? To anybody listening and you. Should you be able... when do you draw the line for repeats?
Listen.
Or is there? Is there not a line?
I don't think there is a line. And my reasoning is this. If this is another statistic that really, really, really highlights it for me. If Nikola Jokic was on the court with his teammates and the Denver Nuggets, if he was on the court, his team had the highest offensive rating in the league. If he was sitting on the bench, the Denver Nuggets had the worst offensive rating in the league. There was no like drop off of 10 points.
That means most valuable player.
That means most valuable player. That means if he is not on this team, they're a lottery team and they suck.
Who's the okay? So,
well, hold on, real quick.
Go ahead, finish that. I'm just trying to think.
The other thing I was gonna say, and what really highlighted it to me, and I know it's a postseason, so it doesn't really count, but I've said it the whole year. The difference to me with Nikola Jokic and SGA is SGA's team is the deepest, best team in the league. They beat the Grizzlies in a playoff game by 51 points, and SGA had the worst game of the season for himself. And they still won by 51. If Nikola Jokic has an average game, Nuggets lose. He has to be top tier every game.
He has to be most valuable every game.
Yeah, every game he has to be that guy or else his team stands no chance. So that's my thing.
What is the thing? So like if you put, I'm trying to think like a really good point guard, like a really good, solid MVP contender.
Are we talking about all time or are we talking about
in the league
currently?
right now? Currently,
Somebody
who's pretty, you know what I mean? Like legit.
Okay. So you want me to name somebody?
Who? Just give me one guy.
Kyrie Irving's a legitimately great point guard.
Uninjured, legitimately great, right? You put him with Jokic. Is he still considered an MVP at that point? If you have a co-play, it's kind of like the Scottie Pippen Jordan thing, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have a number 2 that is really the reason why you're so good at number 1, Kobe had Shaq.
That's funny to say it that
way.
You know what I'm saying? No,
Kobe
you're right.
Shaq.
I hear you.
LeBron had to get 4 other people, but you know what I mean? Like, but that's where I'm like,
LeBron,
do you make him
LeBron and Wade?
Right, LeBron and Wade, LeBron and Bosh, Wade and Bosh. Like, yeah,
Bosh was like there's always a third wheel guy.
Yeah, you're right, and he made that so much better.
Everywhere LeBron's gone, where he's had success, it's a third wheel guy, like Kevin Love in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Third wheel guy, but he was good,
right? So, okay, so if you put this guy you're just talking to, Kyrie Irving, with Jokic on the same team, do you still have the conversation that he's still an MVP caliber player?
I mean, he's going to be in the voting, but I'm saying, let's say that's the case this year. Then I think it would be fine giving the award to SGA, who had a historic season.
Right.
I should also tell you, Nikola Jokic has never played, he's never had a teammate that's been an all-NBA player.
which is again most valuable. It screams most valuable, right?
He's won a championship with a roster that's never had an All-NBA player on it that's not his own name.
That's interesting. Of course you would know that. But no, but it's great. But like, no, but so so to your point, I think that you don't give it to him.
Because I do think that you need to reward true greatness, and SGA's season was true greatness. I just think if you're comparing it and we're talking about most valuable player of the league, I'm with you. My thing is like most valuable is determined by if you take this guy off the team, how much does the team suck?
Yeah, how bad?
And I think I came to that conclusion when Steve Nash won his MVPs. Because that is how Steve Nash won his MVPs. Because if you took him off the Suns were garbage.
They were garbage when he was resting.
Yes. Yes.
Like during the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, and it was the same time every game. You were like, oh, we just got to get through while Nash is on the bench.
Yeah.
Right?
And when you look at Nash's stats, you're like, okay, 15 points, 11 assists. That's not something that's amazing. But his team was winning 60 plus games and going to the playoffs because he was on the roster.
Right. And those 11 assists were so much more because his pass gave the other guy the ball to pass. They were unbelievable.
Yeah. He unbelievable. Was a true floor general. And I look at it the same way as Jokic is a better player than Nash. Yeah. I hate to say it. How dare I say that? No one's better than Steve Nash. I'll never say it again, Steve. But the point is like he is at an all-time level that the NBA has never seen a center this good. And I feel confident saying that. They've never seen a center this good at all aspects of basketball, aside from defense. He's not a very good defender. But that's because he's not athletic.
He's not.
That's why.
He's not quick enough laterally.
No.
But yet he is so quick. It's so weird. I don't understand how he gets by people.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, that is a perfect example of Luka. Not quick, somehow gets by people.
Yeah, and their ability to hang in the air on a 3-inch vertical.
How are you levitating?
How are you just hanging out there, bro? Like David Blaine in it, was you're just chilling, dude. Like
the best part about Jokic is he doesn't even jump. Like he doesn't even leave the floor. He just keeps his feet grounded all the time.
I would like to hang out with him on a weekend just to see what life is like with him because I feel like he's just a ding dong.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like
he's probably one of the most boring people on the planet.
And I'll bet you he's probably I bet you he just appreciates America so much because of where he came from, right?
Which is funny because when the season's over, he's gone.
He's gone. Really?
He's gone.
Really? Well, where's he gone to? Not Serbia?
Home.
Really?
Yeah, back to Serbia to his home.
Well, I wonder, dude, American money in Serbia. I wonder what that exchange rate is.
You know, he lives like a king.
God, yeah, dude. You ain't doing nothing. People are feeding you grapes. Dude. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is,
you're Aladdin, bro. At that point, right, with the genie, you go back, dude.
That's fantastic. But he really does. He loves his horses. He loves horse racing. No. Not like jockeys on horses, but horses being towed by, I don't know, carts, like kart racing. So he loves it.
Jockeys being towed by horses.
And I think probably honestly, if he would have his choice in life, it'd be that he is a foot shorter, 50 pounds, probably 150 pounds lighter, and could be a horse jockey.
What does he weigh?
He's got
to be 350.
No, actually
340.
He he's slimmed down now. I think he's probably closer to 240, 250.
As a 7-footer? No way, dude.
Yeah, it's always shocking to see how light the guys in the NBA are. Do you remember Corey Brewer?
The name sounds familiar.
He wasn't ever a star, but the guy was 6'9". I don't think he ever got over 200 pounds.
He's 249.
There you go. Sounds about right. He was heavy though. He lost a lot of weight. And when he lost all the weight is when he became the guy he is now. That's when he started taking things real seriously.
Anyway, dude, 6'11". He was 284. Now he's 249. But that was a 90. Well, it was. I don't know when he was listed. His listed weight was 284 at one point, but I don't know when.
Yeah, I'm sure that was pretty close to when he was drafted.
But it makes you just it's crazy. 249 is a 7-footer.
I know.
He should be a 6-pack, just lean machine, and he's not. He's skinny fat.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
He is.
It's so weird.
Flabby arms. No
I'd like
definition.
to see what he eats. What's your diet like? You're not a DK Metcalf guy, right? Where you're eating candy. That's it. Skittles and licorice. We're all DK Metcalf eats.
Makes no sense. I want to see what that guy looks like when he's 50. When the metabolism finally wears off and he's not a professional player anymore.
No, it won't. You know why? Because look at Terrell Owens.
But Terrell Owens has been a freak about everything his entire life. He's always been meticulous about what he eats, his supplements, and his training regimen and everything.
I remember I read a thing in BSM magazine years ago that he would take 100 pills a day.
Yeah.
To keep his body in And I'm like,
pristine.
can I get that regimen?
Yeah, dude, I know.
Is it trenbolone sandwich?
Yeah. Well, you got to worry about your job at that point.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, with T.O., like he's always been like known as like this guy is a freak about every aspect of his body.
When he broke his ankle and came back in like 3 weeks and played with a bloody ankle, like
just doesn't make any sense.
Out of control, like the hyperbaric chamber sleeping and all that. So I mean, but I feel like DK Metcalf is just going to be like normal, just like look like he does. He's just going to be jacked out of his mind, gray hair.
Yeah, you know what? He could very possibly be that guy because he also is a freak about working out. It's like there's some point the diet catches up. At some point, the diet catches up to your body.
I would think, but genetically, he is out of control.
You're right.
So maybe not, right? I don't know. I don't have the genetic gift, dude.
You know what? All I got to say is, man, don't breathe.
Breathe.
The JJ and Pug Show theme song was written, composed, and performed by Lane Hartman. Special thanks to Highland Communities for all the support given to our show. You can find the JJ and Pug Show podcast wherever you do listen to podcasts. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remember to share the show with your friends and family and subscribe wherever you do listen. If you're able to, please feel free to support us by sending a donation to us by going to ko-fi.com/the JJ and Pug Show. That is ko-fi.com/the JJ and Pug Show. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for all the support, whether that is by simply listening, whether that is sharing it with a friend, or giving us that sweet, sweet cash. We truly appreciate it all. Thank you so much.